Dogs often give birth to multiple puppies, typically ranging from 5 to 6 in each litter. However, when a Cane Corso named Kira gave birth, her owners were in for an astonishing surprise. Natalia and Albert, a loving couple from the Voronezh region of Russia, had always shared a deep love for animals, particularly dogs. They both grew up surrounded by various pets, with dogs holding a special place in their hearts. Their childhood memories were filled with running, playing, and sharing laughter with their canine companions. So it was no surprise when they finally decided to adopt a dog of their own. Their journey led them to an animal shelter, where they were captivated by a stunning Cane Corso named Kira. She exuded beauty, youthfulness, and boundless energy, reminiscent of a cherished childhood dog that Natalia had. It was love at first sight, and they welcomed Kira into their family home, where she seamlessly integrated into their lives. Over the course of a year, Natalia and Albert formed a strong and inseparable bond with Kira. However, they eventually decided that it would be delightful to have a litter of puppies to share their home with. Kira, being a young and healthy dog, was more than capable of becoming a mother. So Albert found her a suitable male companion for breeding, and the two dogs were introduced. Nature took its course, and it was soon evident that Kira was pregnant. Natalia and Albert were thrilled by the news, anticipating the joy of raising a few adorable puppies. In a light-hearted jest, Albert playfully mentioned the notion of Kira giving birth to 99 puppies, reminiscent of the Disney film 101 Dalmatians. Although physiologically impossible, the idea tickled their imagination and they chuckled at the thought. Natalia, however, had more realistic expectations and hoped for a litter of 3 or 4 puppies. Little did she know that nature had grander plans. As Kira's pregnancy progressed and her belly swelled with the growing puppies, Natalia decided to schedule a veterinary appointment for a scan to determine the exact number of puppies Kira was expecting. The day of the veterinary appointment arrived, and Natalia was left in stunned silence by the veterinarian's revelation. The scan showed at least 13 puppies, with the possibility of a few more nestled within Kira's womb. Natalia couldn't believe her ears. How would they manage to care for so many puppies? Separating them from their mother was not an option for at least 2 months, leaving them outnumbered by their canine companions. The Disney movie reference suddenly felt closer to reality. Albert, however, reassured Natalia and reminded her that they would find a way to handle the situation. For the time being, their focus was on ensuring Kira's well-being and monitoring the puppy's development. Although such a large litter was unusual, dogs like Kira were well equipped to handle the demands of motherhood. While Kira occasionally appeared uncomfortable, Natalia and Albert trusted her natural instincts to navigate this extraordinary journey. Even though it was Kira's first litter, she handled it with remarkable grace and skill. The day finally arrived when Kira began nesting and preparing for the birth of her puppies. Dogs possess an instinctual knowledge of when they're about to give birth and start getting ready for the event. They gather blankets and create a warm, comfortable spot, just as Kira did. Natalia and Albert were quick to provide Kira with a bowl of water and some snacks in case she got hungry during labor. Natalia positioned herself beside the dog, ready for a long night. It indeed turned out to be a lengthy process, but what happened next was beyond their wildest expectations. Around 8:00 p.m., Kira began giving birth. Her first puppy made its entrance, and Kira instinctively licked it clean and snuggled up, ensuring it could latch on for nourishment. Then came the second, third, fourth, and so on, with each receiving the same loving care from their mother. Natalia and Albert sat in awe, witnessing the miracle unfold, petting and soothing Kira to keep her calm. More puppies arrived until the 13th was born, just as the vet had predicted. As Kira tended to her newest addition, Natalia and Albert anxiously waited to see if there were more surprises. Several minutes passed, and then a few more puppies arrived. They counted again and again, and there were now 15 puppies in total. It was an astonishing sight, and Natalia couldn't believe her eyes. Albert, equally amazed, couldn't comprehend the enormity of the situation. It appeared that Kira had finished giving birth when she had 15 squirming puppies around her in the bed. Exhausted and ready for rest, she seemed done, but nature had one more surprise in store. After about an hour and a half of well-deserved rest, Kira began giving birth again, this time bringing 4 more puppies into the world. In total, the exhausted dog had given birth to a staggering 19 puppies, each appearing healthy and robust. Although they mourned the loss of the smallest pup, who couldn't withstand the trauma of birth, Natalia and Albert had little time to grieve because there were still 18 puppies in need of their care and attention. Thankfully, the remaining puppies showed no signs of issues, which was a small miracle considering the size of the litter. Often, some puppies can have birth defects or not survive long after birth, but this time, luck was on their side, with only one loss. According to the vet, giving birth to so many puppies at once was exceedingly rare. The only other instance the vet had heard of was in 2011 when a Tibetan Mastiff in China gave birth to 19 puppies. It seemed like Kira had set a world record for her breed, leaving Natalia couldn't have been prouder. The 18 puppies grew up strong and healthy, and Kira proved to be the perfect mother. Despite the size of her litter, she embraced motherhood effortlessly, ensuring each puppy was fed, cared for, cleaned, and entertained. Kira never seemed to tire and would only rest when she was certain her babies were fast asleep. This incredible story shows that a mother's love knows no bounds, regardless of the size of her family.